Hey, what's going on? Hi, Sonera girl. Listen, okay? Even with the time change, you be right here. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, y'all? It is so much that has been going on. I have to catch you guys up, but I won't be able to do it all today in one session. Um, but oh my goodness, I'm super excited. I'm glad to see you guys here. I feel like I missed so much. Don't it feel like we missed so much since I haven't been here? Yo, listen. Woo! The day was a day, but it still was a great day. And don't get it twisted. When I say today was a good day, it was a day. That doesn't mean that it was bad. It just means, y'all know I'm dramatic. How are y'all doing? Give me a heart and a thumbs up when y'all get here. I appreciate you guys for being here with me tonight. As we go through this trans it's not a transition. I don't know what we want to call it. I don't know what we want to call it yet. But how have you guys been? What, it's been a week? I feel like it's been two. Has it been two? I feel like it's been two. Hey Bonita girl. Oh my gosh. I can't remember. This picture is from years ago. Wow. This was one of my first, well, not my first. I think my second gig as a co-host on this show right here. Oh, let me share this. 8 years ago. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Many moons ago. How y'all doing? I'm up here sharing a memory, y'all. Many moons ago. That I started on my way, okay? Can we get a okay? Um, how y'all feeling? I just instantly got like a burst of energy. I hope it's not a delay. I've been good and busy. Good, good. I've been busy. They say it's always good to be busy, but as long as you're being busy and productive. So I've been being busy and productive. Okay. Um, depending upon who you ask, though. But yes, it feels like it's been forever. You guys give me a heart and thumbs up when you get here. Share the show. You can show your support by sharing the show. You can send stars. You can donate. You can sign up to the website. You can do all those great things because when I tell y'all I won't be before you long, I won't be before you long. Because now I'm about to have to start really, really doing my time management. Okay. So here's just a few things that I have been thinking about here recently, and I'll go into today. So I think I'm trying to decide. You guys let me know because we are a unit here. We move as one band, one sound. That's what he said on Drumline. Okay. Um, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to do the show through the summer or if I'm not going to do the show through the summer. But you know how we all, we all gonna vote on that. So I need you guys to vote for that in the comments. Put summer or no summer. So no summer means we're not doing a show this summer. We're going to take that, what is it, 3 month break. Or summer means we're going to do it. And y'all know I can do it. But I'm also been thinking of changing the day. Should we keep it at Wednesdays? Should we move it around? I don't know. I'm asking the man upstairs and I'm asking y'all and I'm asking me. So we're going to come together as a collective. So even if you're watching this video after it's over, put replay, you can still vote summer or no summer. And don't be one of the people that's watching the replay that's just coming here typing in comments and you don't even know what you're putting a comment down for. But because I know who my regular degular schmegglers are, I will be able to recognize. Um, so yes, okay. So Benita says no summer. Yes, I'm just trying to figure that out. What we doing? What I'm doing? Which way we going? Yes, Benita is always saying keep it at Wednesdays. Benita has not, Benita has not been wanting me to change Wednesdays since forever. But you know what? I feel you on that. I'm gonna do okay, okay. Sonera says summer. Okay. Oh, hey, Andre. Andre says summer and do Sundays. Oh, listen. Okay, so basically Andre saying, come on, girl, we need you to step it up. Um, y'all know I've been trying. I be trying, y'all, but y'all know it. I be fighting for my virginity, child. So so it's just like one of those things. Because I love you guys who do show up for me so much. You guys have been rocking with me for years, and I am just like I want to do more shows. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Okay. No judgment, open moment, no judgment. I'm letting you into my brain. If I'm talking really fast, it's because I'm souped up on a whole bunch of energy. Don't know where it came from. It just hit me. So I go with it. Um, so I want to do more shows. I've always wanted to do more shows, Andre, to connect to answer this right here. I've always wanted to do, I want to do a show at least 2, 3 times a week. I remember I used to do, if you guys were here in the beginning, I used to do happy hour Mondays. Then I used to have the show on Wednesday. I used to do Freaky Friday, at one point. Um, and then it's just like, it was a lot. I used to have the guests come on all the time and things like that. And I have been being moved into so many different directions, you guys. And I'm like, Lord, what are you doing? And I don't know what he's doing. But I've been being moved in so many different directions. So I have different things that I want. She said, y'all don't want your best host to have a break. No, they don't. Look, but see, Benita is always rooting for me to have a break. Okay. But I love it because you guys do show up. Now, there's one thing if nobody wanted me to go on a break and then y'all don't even show up and y'all don't want me to go on a break. That is completely not it here. But it's just one of those things where I want to do more, Yeah, like I want to do more. I've always wanted to do more, but for whatever reason, I can't seem to do more. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna put that on the list though. And then usually during the summer, I want to say COVID started something because oh my gosh, y'all remember when I ain't taking no break for like 2 years? Oh my goodness. And then I will say still just going through the grieving process still, and it's not as bad as it once was. But I even felt myself today earlier, like, Lord, I missed my cousin child. And I was very crying. I was like, you gotta get it together, girl. Stop it. Got stuff to do, But so it's still getting back to the rhythm with that. The weather has breaking, so now, well, breaking. I don't, y'all know, y'all get to say shrimps and polices. I can say breaking, and I am coming out of hibernation. So and when I'm hibernating, I like to get a little pluff, you know. And then when the weather is breaking, that's when I get slim, trim, and full of them. Okay, so I'm doing that, and I'm just really being pushed in another direction. And I woke up today, and I said I am going to begin to start to take the path of least resistance. And I was like, God, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best, but I'm going to stop resisting whatever it is you want me to do, whatever it is that's placed on me to do, whatever I act on every idea he gives me, right? So I act on everything. And okay, here we go. Let me tell you guys, don't all right, here comes a hard one. Here go won't. Don't be disappointed. Um, I am slowly but surely, I don't even want to say it because when I say things that happen. But okay, put your head on. Come on, suck it up. Okay, so you guys, I am slowly getting, and I feel like, look at me trying. Whenever anybody say "but" or they try and make excuses, here goes some bullshit, right? So I am making the announcement. I don't know when, but it's coming. I will be transitioning out of the review phase. No, don't cry, don't cry. I am not. It's just this thing, right? He gives me these things, he tells me to do these things, and I do them. But I'm learning that certain things are only for a season, you know? I don't know yet. The jury is still out on that. The jury is still out on that, but I do have a lot of things that I need to release. I have a lot of things that I need to release in regards to places I've gone, things I've tried, upcoming things. I don't know if I'll continue to do the reviews and it'll just be, of course, I'll always do the ones where people, invite me and they want me to come review them. Okay. Why wouldn't I do that? Okay. I'm going to always go when I am summoned. So I'll definitely come when I'm summoned, to do so. But as far as me, I am no longer I'm like getting out of the doing the reviews and bring you guys the reviews. I know, I know. I think they will be sprinkled in here and there. And of course, if you guys send me places to go that you want to know about or different things like that, because you know Benita is always famous for that. I love Benita for that. Make sure you guys give me a heart and thumbs up when you get in here, okay? So it's just one of those things where I don't know if I want to say the word is obedient is what I'm trying to is what I'm attempting to be right now, but things are a little different, um the income has been cut because I do this, um and different things like that. So I'm just trying to balance the okay, you may have to go. I think I talked about this on my page where I am on Instagram, where it's like, okay, well, you may have to go do a little something in order to do this because all the while I was so grateful. And this is why, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is why you have to always embrace and enjoy and be grateful for the places and where you are in life. And I'm truly starting to understand when people always say, you know how you see all the celebrities saying, embrace the journey, don't rush the journey. And I'm truly starting to really step into that. Like I stepped into it, but now I'm really starting to really step into that. And it was such a blessing to not have to work and to fully be able to operate off of my business. This is my baby. We are about to close out 9 years, okay? 9 years. And it took and I know it's not over, okay? But give me a 100 thumbs up when you get here. Like I said, share the show. I see you guys there. If you're new, say hello. Share the show. Give me a 100 thumbs up. You can support by sharing, following on all platforms. You can even donate through the website or through Cash App. It's all up to you. Um, but I really enjoyed not, being on anyone else's schedule, just the freedom of, working for myself. I really enjoyed that freedom to wake up, do what I wanted to do, had nobody to answer to, and could go from there. You know what I mean? But in the process of that, there are things that I also put on this list that I want, and I have to like double things in order to get that. Okay. So as I was saying, 9 years ago, I'm just embracing the journey because 9 years ago, I wasn't really making a whole lot from off of my platform. You know what I mean? I wasn't really making a whole lot. And I'm not a millionaire at this moment, or I'm not a billionaire at this moment, but I am grateful for all of you guys, your support, um, for all of my customers. I don't like calling them customers. I like calling them clients. For all my clients who I've continued to work with, who sign up and do the contracts, and even for you guys who watch and do your donations, like it was truly a blessing because to have my plan derailed and be laid off and just be thrown head first into my purpose, it was definitely in rocky territory. And we're still here and we're not rocky, although the first 90 days of the year is like, what is going on? As far as just trying to figure out what I want to do. So like I said, I'm coming out of the reviewing phase, okay? But this is why I battle with it because it worked. Like the reviews and all of that grew my platform so much on Instagram. Like it grew it. I wanted I you don't know guys, I had been setting these marks in these um things that I wanted to accomplish. And as soon as I meet the goals and as soon as I accomplish them, I'm like, oh, that's it. Like it's supposed to be like this big razzle dazzle thing that happens, right? So, but other than that, I love that. I love the support that I've been getting for that. Um, but I don't know what we're doing. Like I don't know what we're doing. And I can do things when my heart is in it. And I'm not saying that my heart is not in anything that I do because my heart is in everything that I do. But it's like, I don't know, I'm being pulled in a different direction. It almost feels like a full circle moment once again. And so I do like my little sprinkles of things like that because I love talking, I love motivating, inspiring, inspiration, all of that to people because you just never know. And so um I've never left that. I just never really like fully posted it all the time, or I was like focusing on so many different things. So I don't know, you guys. So that's what I need you guys' help with. Are we taking off this summer? Don't forget to vote. I wonder if I could put a poll in here. Even though I know y'all are voting, I wonder if I can put a poll in here because I need to know, and I'm just trying to figure it out. So I'm totally with you, CJ. Not CJ. That CJ just arrived to the party. Hey, CJ, don't be tardy for the party. Although you're not late today, or are you late? Because we have a new show time right now. The show's I'm gonna have to do the show at like 8:30. Um, how are you doing? How have you been? Look at Scenario and said, CJ. Um, I know I can do a poll. I know I can do a poll. I feel like we've done a poll in here before. Maybe, maybe not. I can't find it. Blah. And that's the other thing. I need to go back through all of this stuff, brush up on it. Um, because you listen, I feel, here we go. Look, I would say, I feel like I became trifling, but I didn't really become trifling. Like, I became trifling with protection, though. Almost like the man who sleeps with other women, but he wear a condom. That's how, that's how who I've become. Okay, business wise, not with my legs. Oh, I have not opened up this butterfly. Okay, so let's see. All right. Um, are we taking a break for the summer? Okay. No break. I want to see how this works too. So y'all getting to let me see how this work if y'all vote. No break. Even though some of y'all already voted. Y'all know I be needing y'all to do double things. No break. Break. And then Andre, I'm gonna add yours in there since Andre said do it through the summer and include Sundays. Now, I don't know I wonder how that's going to work though, because of the simple fact that, I got to go to church. Boy, when it ain't raining. Let's see. Start and show. I don't know what this means. Okay. Now, y'all tell me what happened. Does the look at me learning how to do these little things. What's this do? Oh, okay. So now what happens if you vote? Hold on, wait a minute, because look, y'all know when we learn some new stuff. What happens when you vote? I don't know where the vote goes. I don't know how the vote goes, but we're gonna see the vote. What y'all over here talking about? What y'all talking about? Benita said, y'all vote summer shows or no shows. I put the poll in here. Y'all can't see the poll. Let me find out. But I don't, this is me. Look at me. This is us doing it live together. CJ said, I've been here since you spoke to Benita, but I'm thugging through traffic and texting the kids. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. CJ said, don't do that. I've been here since you spoke to Benita. Well, when did I speak to Benita? Let's see. I spoke to Benita at 8:37. Ain't no way you was on here at 8:37. There is no way that you were on here at 8:37, CJ Johnson. I'm not believing it. There is no way you were on here at 8:37. There is no way that the time has changed to 8:30 and you freaking were only 7 minutes behind. I don't even believe that. I don't believe that, and you don't even believe that. Let me see if I can go on here and vote just to see what it looks like to vote, because I don't know. What do it do? Do it tell y'all to vote? How do you vote? This is a new feature, by the way. Let's see. Let's see. The good thing is everything be timestamped. Look at them. Everybody saying, hey, CJ, hey, CJ, hey, CJ. According to the chat, CJ ain't show up to 8:54. Hey, Benita, let me know if this allows you to vote. Um, hey, hold up, sir. Doing too much. Be safe out there. Yes, because it's raining. So you are on the phone watching me, which is always a plus. I'm sorry, we got to do that. Um, well, you can listen to me like the podcast. Um, and oh, so it says type one, two, or three in the chat. Okay, see, look at this. Reading is fundamental. Black people don't like to read. So we have to type either one, two, or three in the chat in order for the vote to go through. So yes, be safe out there. Don't texting and driving in the rain, child. I'm torn between the two. I don't want to see you break, but I don't want you away from what your season consists of either. You get what I'm saying? Well, let's see if it'll let you vote twice. Put it in the chat. Put a one or two or three in the chat, just so I can see it. I want to see if this operates. And this is why I need to start doing this. I'm sorry, Sanara. I'm trying to do better. I was listening, but I was driving. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's the part. Amazing. I put a star beside that. I don't know. I don't know. One, two, and three. Now did it calculate? Oh look, y'all see? It's filling it up. Oh, look at me watching this in real time. Oh, that is phenomenal. Look at y'all teaching me something. Let me show you something. So that's where I am with that. I don't know if you could do like I don't know if you could do one, two, and three at the same time. I think you got to do one, two. You all know technology be dumb. Um, okay, yes, one, two, or three. Let me see. Do I get to vote? Let me see. Let me see. I got to vote. I got to vote. um, but yeah, so this is cool because now we can do polls on here like this, and I don't have to see it like that. Y'all know we be doing our jury duty stuff, we'll be sending people to jail and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's just where I am with that. That's the last few things that I've been thinking about, is just trying to figure out what I want to do with that. And just continuing to try to blossom and continue blossoming and being great, baby. Because listen, it's hard out here for a pimp. When you're trying to get that money for the rent and the Cadillac and gas money spent, and you got a whole lot of people talking shit. You know what I mean? It's one of it's one of them type things. Um, okay, let me take that. Alrighty. So yeah, I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here. You can't see the poll, it's too small. That's probably your screen because I am looking at it right here and I can see the poll. And you gotta vote. You gotta vote. You guys gotta vote. Even if you voted already, you have to vote again. But okay, but let's get into a little bit of the junk that we see going around. What's new with you guys? Let's see. What's new? See, I see it. I see it. Um, but what's new with you guys? Okay, so let's get into I've been looking online and I've been like, oh my god, okay, 50-50 is a 50-50 split. It would be you, CJ. See, CJ always just trying to be do the most. All right, so I don't know why the life of me. And what do y'all want to get? Y'all tell me what y'all want to get into really quick while I have you guys. Okay, because I have been looking online here recently, and I swear I try to do my best. Um, and the more and more I observe, it seems the more and more ghetto Earth seems to become. Is it me or is it me? You understand? I mean, the stuff that you see online. Did you see the police officer down in Texas? Okay, so here's my thing with that. I'm not, well, maybe I should be a little more upset about it, but I don't know. It depends upon the day of the week. Do you guys still get upset by the N-word, by people using the N-word? She said, that aren't black. It's not just you. Thank you, Sanara Seeth, girl. Thank you for not leaving me by myself, girl. Because I thought it was just me. I'd be scrolling and I'd be like, yo, Earth is so ghetto. Like, this cannot be a real place. You know what I mean? You ever be like that? Like, look at the internet, like, this cannot be a real place. And here's my thing. I don't really get too bothered by the N word, people using the N word. But what I do get bothered by is the selective outrage behind the N word. You know what I mean? I get selective outrage behind that. And here's why I get selective outrage. I get selective, well, do I get selective outrage? No, correction, false alarm. I don't like the selective outrage. Whew, dodge that bullet. Correction. I repeat, I do not like the selective outrage behind the Negro word. So I don't like that, right? And the reason why I don't like it, you guys tell me. You guys can tell me. I don't know. But I don't like the selective outrage behind it because okay, so the cop in Texas, she's Spanish of some kind. Okay, she speaks the Guala Guala. And um she's been suspended. Have y'all seen that? Have y'all seen that? Let me know. She's been suspended because she was using the N-word. She was talking to, I guess, like the suspect or whoever she locked up and was saying she can't stand niggas. She was like, I can't stand niggas because all y'all do is steal. That's why y'all was slaves. Has anybody seen that video? Has anybody seen that video? Okay, cool. All right. See, it's usually see you rocking the night scenario. It's usually just me and Andre who be hearing and seeing some of this foolishness, right? And thank you guys for voting for the 50-50 split. Thank you so much. Um, see, y'all undecided just like me. Y'all don't know what to do. All right, so here's the well, you know what? Let me do this because we ain't gonna have too much on the screen. Let me find her. Okay. So, and the reason why I don't like the selective outrage on it is because I guess she's Spanish or something, right? Of some kind. And she used the N word. It was like, no wonder, I guess when she was talking to a suspect or something like that, they said when she was locking somebody up, or if she was using it on her own video. I don't know. It's a little confusing because the video I saw, she was off duty and in her car on Instagram, I think in like her close friends or something, live talking about why she don't like niggas. And I feel like you got to look at who's in your close friends because if this was done in her close friends, who in the hell from her close friends recorded and leaked this? Okay, like and who is close to you and your close friends getting offended. And I'm not saying that your close friends can't get offended, but it's like now who is in my close friends on social media getting offended that they decided to screen a record what I'm saying and leak it to the public. Woo! With friends like that, who needs enemies? Ain't that what they say over there? All right. So I'm gonna share it so you guys so we can know what we're talking about. Right. Her friend is a hater. Gotta be a hater. Andre, and make sure you vote 1, 2, or 3 because you definitely said number 3. So you better go ahead and vote. Yes, and a friend gotta be a hater. Cause girl, why would you do that? Like, why would you leak what she got on her thing? Um, and where art thou? So all thou can see. Okay, so here she is. Okay. So this is the young lady that has everybody in an uproar. Did I have to just sing that? She is Spanish, and she just was saying, well, I don't know him, but she's Latina, and she was saying, um, why she doesn't like blacks. That's why we were slaves because we're always stealing. I'm guessing she had to lock somebody up. I don't know. But here's my thing. Do you guys still feel a way about the N word? Nobody has told me yet. Okay. So here's my thing with that. Let me see how I want to do that. Yeah, I want to do it like that so I can still be up in here. Okay. Um, with that, right? And it was so funny because when she graduated, she had to salute like her higher up black commander. So that was funny. Um, but here's the reason why I don't like the selective outrage behind it, because she's Spanish and what she was saying, right? And I know she was saying it in a way, and it's looked at like she's a law enforcement officer, so she shouldn't even be using that word or whatever. I don't know how people are looking at it, but I'm just telling you how maybe the society and stuff are looking at it. She is like suspended currently, but here's the thing. And it almost reminds me. I don't know if any of you guys watch Bad Girls Club. Not Bad Girls Club, but watch Baddies. I like Gretchen. If you watch Bad Girls Club, same thing. If you watch Baddies, Gretchen is like the most hated. I'm gonna show you her. I'm gonna show you her. Gretchen is like the most hated on Baddies, and I don't know why, y'all. Don't shoot me. I like her. I like this girl. Like I like her. And I'm always there for the people who people uh just like to just dog wash, if you say, right? And I get it, the N-word is the N-word, but it depends on the context. Okay. She has so Gretchen is Spanish, Gretchen is Puerto Rican. Gretchen has her I don't know if they're married or not, but she's in a relationship. Her child's father of since for like forever, and they have kids. But he's pure black, and she's Puerto Rican, and she uses that word, and that's how they talk and all of that other stuff, right? So on Baddies, for like the last couple of years, the storyline has been everybody want to come on in and fight her, or that the crowd's not liking her music because she uses the N word and she says the N word. So then they try to spin this narrative and paint it like she's racist. But what I do like is that one of the girls, I think it may have been Rolly or something, or somebody else, where she was like, no, that's not cool, because there's a lot of people who aren't black that uses the N-word. But she said the only reason why people got an issue or try and make an issue with Gretchen is because Gretchen looks like a white woman, right? That's what they said. They was like, she looks like a white woman, right? And so this is why you say I don't like it used in my presence. So this is why I don't really like, I can't really get um with it, right? She's her right here too. Anna is Puerto Rican or something like that. She's Spanish too. She uses the word, right? And my point that I'm going back to is, and then this police officer from Houston, here she is. She uses the word, right? And it says a Houston police officer has been dismissed from the force. Oh, they got rid of her after footage emerged showing her using a racial slur against black people. The police department announced Friday Ashley Gonzalez was no longer an employee following an investigation into the recording. The clip was brought to Fox News by a viewer who claimed to recognize her as the officer in the video. She had been sidelined earlier that week as investigators worked to verify the footage. The woman in the video uses the N word repeatedly and mentions directing the same language at an individual during an arrest. Okay, so she used the chief Joe No behavior exhibited by Ashley Gonzalez was disgusting, abhorrent, and entirely unacceptable. He said it is deeply disturbing and has no place in law enforcement or in our community. Okay, which is cool. So one of her kind, he got rid of her before the termination. Oh wow, they got rid of her. This is shocking. Listen up, people. Wonder if this will happen with the president. Before the termination hearing concluded Friday morning, protesters had already assembled outside of the headquarters, demanding her to be removed from the force. The mayor, Whitmire, called her recorded comments outrageous and reprehensible. Her actions do not reflect the values of our city or the Houston Police Department, nor the standards we expect from blah, blah, blah. It says they credited Chief Diaz with his swift response and issued a firm warning to city employees. There's a zero tolerance for racism in my administration. And if you see it, report it immediately, he said. The department acknowledged that legal requirements shaped the timeline of the investigation. In compliance with the state civil service laws, an investigation was conducted as fast as legally possible. They applauded him, confirmed the matter to be referred to the Texas Commission of Enforcement to pursue, okay, to revoke her license. All right. So looks like somebody finally uh made a stance. Okay. So here's the thing with the N word. So she's a cop, but she used the N word. So just like I told you guys, showed you guys with her, Gretchen, all of them. This is why I said I can't stand the selective outrage behind the N word, because you saw what I told you earlier with Gretchen. They turned it into a whole storyline on the show. Now Suki and all of them went on the show trying to beat the girl up for using the N word. Um, Gretchen is Puerto Rican and she has a black kids with a black man. They're together. I think they're married or whatever the case may be. And then you have Anna. Anna's Puerto Rican. Anna just married a black man, or maybe he's Nigerian. I think he's a baseball player or something like that. I'm not too sure. But he is colored. And then we have this police officer. Hey, Handy Mandy. How are you? You know, she love these type of conversations, child. She is the civil rights leader in the flesh. This is Dr. Umar Jr. So you know, that's my issue with it. I don't like the selective outrage because I feel like if one Spanish person can't say it, then no Spanish descent can say it. And that brings me to Cardi B. Cardi B uses it all the time, all the time, right? So, and there's a few others, but I don't really know too many. Honestly, I can, or maybe I can't think at this moment, but I really don't know too many Spanish rappers. I don't even know. Has Fat Joe ever said the N word? That's a good question. Did Big Pun ever use the N word? What do you say? Don't stop, get it, hot tub, sipping the bubbly, rubbing the spot, girl. Got you screaming, don't stop, get it. I don't want to be a player no more. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. I don't know. I don't know. Has Big Pun or Fat Joe ever used the N word? And my thing is, they're all Spanish, right? But for whatever the reason, this Spanish lady then got fired for saying it. Gretchen is Spanish and she's getting dragged for using it. And then Cardi B gets a pass for using it. So this is why I say I don't do the N-word stuff. I hate the selective outrage. If one Spanish person can't say it, then no Spanish person should be able to say it. And they say, that they look at us or we all equal. I don't know. And then I kind of feel like, wait, she lost her job for saying nigga, but ex the cops that killed niggas kept their job. Yeah, yeah. Well, she went. I wish y'all could hear her video. So she went online. She said, "Is we having call-ins? We can. We definitely can have. We could definitely have a call-in. Let me see. So that's my thing with that. That's where I come to play. Where I come to play. That's where it comes in with me because I feel like it gets to a point. It gets to a point where it's like, all right, can Spanish people or people of Spanish descent say it or not? Because you got one girl that keep getting beat up by all the black girls on national television for using it. You got the other black girl that's then got lost her job for using it, and even though she was using it in a derogatory manner. And then you have the other Spanish girl that gets embraced and we rap her music with our chest out. So do you see where it's a little confusing? Y'all keep an eye. You see. Yeah, so I went ahead and I put it in the chat. I put it in the chat. the link where you can join. You don't have to be on camera. You can do audio only because I want them to be able to hear you guys. If you want to join in. But that's where I am with it. I don't like the selective outrage behind the N word. I don't like it. I feel like we pick and choose. And I've had this conversation before um, with one of my guy friends actually, because we both like music and stuff. And I was like, no, like let's really look at this conversation. Like if we're really saying that, oh, nobody, not even Latinas or people who are not pure black, like black, both parents are black, should be the only ones being able to say it, right? This is what the conversation was. But in retrospect, there are other people who may have some black in them, may not, who say it, who say it. There are other nationalities, or whatever you want to call them, ethnicities, who use it, right? And I definitely, yes, you could call in chat, you can call in Honey Bun. And I definitely understand what Sonera says. Sonera is like, it depends on the context. So then my question is, when it comes to the context, is it only good for them to say it in a song? She said, let me join it. I don't see the link. Okay, let me send it to you in your inbox. I mean, and more than one person can call in. We can have this as a group discussion. Don't be shy. If you want to have the conversation, I can definitely send you the link directly. If you're not getting it, I'm going to send it into your inbox. One moment, because I want to know, right? So we have her, and she lost her job behind it, which I can see them doing it because she's in law enforcement. So it's like, girl, you cannot just be running around here. Okay, I just sent it in your inbox on Facebook. Anybody else want to join the conversation? Are y'all scared? Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Um, and then once we do that, we can move from that one. But I'm just really, really curious. Um, and I don't know. So it doesn't really bother me much when I hear people say it. Um, but I did kind of look at this stuff where where I was like, hey, because me and Handy Mandy, we have these conversations as well, where it's like, are they trying to start? Are they trying to start like another, like, is this rage baiting? Because the point is, like you said, CJ, where's your comment, CJ? You have police officers who use it and who have unalived other people, and they still have their jobs. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Maybe they were just trying to make an example. Maybe they were not. But I don't know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Hello?
Hey.
Hey. I want to know,
Listen.
can you guys hear? Can you guys hear? Can you hear the guests? Can you hear the guests? How are you doing today?
Good. I hope I don't sound like no echo.
No, I don't hear an echo. I just like to make sure you guys that they can hear you. Let me see. What you doing? What you doing? Girl, you love this. Girl, come on. I know, come on, come through with the higher top man.
Okay, like okay. But my only thing with that, my only pushback,
Oh,
I
I
know
can hear
like
you. I
we
can
are
I can hear
all
you.
like, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you. I heard that you on the thing. I was just making sure.
Okay. Like my only disputable thing on that content is, like I know we all are born like in different places. Like, we are in, one state. People in different states sometimes are like a melting pot. Like Cardi B come from somewhere that is like a melting pot. It's people
Okay.
from everywhere in the state of New York. You get what I'm saying? Like every different place they are.
Okay.
We really like white, black, we have Mexicans a little bit, but everybody still kind of somewhat live separate. You do have counties where people are like, a whole lot of, I want to say mixture, but still a lot of times in the state of Maryland, people kind of still live separate to a degree. Like
Okay.
a place like New York is like a whole melting pot. And what I have learned is forget like places in the United States, but when you go out of the country, I just learned today actually, like in a place like Brazil. Brazil is you like if you go there with racism, that is breaking the law in the
Okay.
country of Brazil. So if you do something racist in Brazil, you're going to jail. So
Okay.
they there don't care about your freedom of speech because if you say something racist in the country of Brazil, you will go to jail for it, and you may have, like I think the lowest thing is 2 years in jail or
So you
something
can
like
go to
that
Brazil and get 2 years for being racist.
for being racist in
Oh,
the
okay.
country of Brazil. But that's what I'm saying. Like in certain places, it's different rules for stuff. Like we in the state of Maryland ain't used to all this crossing the line stuff. In New
Okay.
York, it's different because it's a melting pot. Which here I can't say it's a melting pot. And I'm not saying you might don't live in a county where it's a mixture of people, but even in a mixture of people, still sometimes stuff is still separate.
So if you live in a melting pot, then it's okay for you to use the N word.
I'm not going to say
No.
it's okay. I'm not going to say it's approvable by
I'm only
everybody.
just well, what
No,
I'm
no,
saying. What
you got to listen to it. You got to hear me out. Because just because we not used to certain stuff don't mean somewhere else they follow these same rules. Brazil, you will go to
absolutely.
jail. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're in a
Well, in
place
is
like New York,
well in Israel, it's okay to be a pedophile, so we can't really go off of what's acceptable in
I
other
mean, like
places.
what I'm saying, but that is still a difference because you get in certain places, they might still do feel like that's okay. But you come
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
you might get castrated, get your little crack cut off, and the whole nine. You get what I'm saying? Who knows what could happen to you being a pedophile? But I'm just saying, like in certain places, the rules are a little bit different. I mean, and just because we do live here where those rules are not the same, don't mean those same
Make
rules
sure you guys give
stand.
us a heart and thumbs up. Are you still here? Let me know if you guys are still here. I'm listening.
Right, but it don't mean those rules staying the same somewhere else because we used to something different. And I'm not saying we
Absolutely.
have right, we might not have to agree to what those rules are because we are used to what our rules are, but
Okay.
when you get somewhere else, the rules could be totally different because the way they live is different. We not
Oh,
used to the mixture that they got there. You have Puerto Ricans that live in the projects with the black people. Okay, they
right.
live in the same projects, high rise, the hood, all of that
So
you
what
live in.
about what about the white people who also live in the projects?
That is cool, but I'm just saying, still, you
So
have
it's
to
cool for them
understand
too to
that
use the
just
word.
no. What I'm saying to you is just because we are used to what these rules are in our state, don't mean those rules are the same somewhere else.
Absolutely, no,
And who
absolutely. I understand.
right, but that's what I'm
I
saying. But
definitely
who
get
are
that.
we? Who are we to try to put our justice on them? And they not even used to living the way we live. They not used to living the way we live. To be honest with you, I
Come
was
through.
listen. I was today years old. Ain't that's the little saying they say on the internet today? I was
Okay.
today years old when I found out that Brazil will fucking put you in jail if you
So
say
okay,
racist
so is
stuff.
it say so are you saying for you that it's okay to use the N-word no matter where you are from?
I just feel like wherever you from, like stuff is different.
Okay,
I
so
feel like
Andre
stuff is
says,
different. I'm gonna be
Andre,
honest with you. Stuff is different everywhere you
ooh,
live.
Andre,
Who
I'm trying to
are
show you
we?
call in.
Like that's just like right now. If we went to the Middle East, We are not used to these rules that the women have in the Middle East, okay? You
Correct.
have to cover up as a woman in the Middle East.
But as you, but as
We
a,
we
but
not
even
used,
though we, but
but
isn't
who
it,
are we to
but
try
isn't
to
it fair
down
to,
them?
but isn't it fair to say that even though we aren't used to the rules that would be in the Middle East as a woman, isn't it fair to say
Uh-huh.
before you go somewhere, you're going to research before you go somewhere to know what women can and can't do in another place, correct? Just a yes or no.
That is correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
So so if you so okay, so you will possibly do research before you go to another country and learn their rules or whatever as a woman, what you can wear, what you can say, what you can say. So
Yeah.
when it comes to other people using the N word, right? It is a known
Mhm.
historian fact that throughout the history known to man, no matter where you're taught at, you are taught about the racism and that black people were always enslaved. They make it seem like black people were the only ones enslaved, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, and this was used in a derogatory way. So,
Hmm.
even with that history, no matter where you are, whether you were born into the melting pot, whether you weren't born into the melting pot, um, it doesn't matter, right? Either way,
Hmm.
people are aware of this. Oh, you on the camera now?
Am I? Because I like I don't want to be on the game.
No, you were fine. You can turn your
Am
camera off. So either way, people are aware of the history behind the N word, right?
I right?
Okay. So even if you are aware of the history, whether you are born into a melting pot or not, you know the history behind this word, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay.
for sure.
So then why the selective outrage or maybe the justification for being able to use the word if you are not of black descent?
See, I feel like too, it depends on what generation you may come from, to be honest with you, and how much history you do know about black, to be honest with you,
So is it
because
fair to say that the officer should not have lost her job?
what I'm going to say, the officer definitely, I feel like she definitely have a whole bias to the way she is thinking and the way she's speaking, period. And I'm
Should
not
she have
saying,
lost her job? But should she have
yes,
lost
she
her
should have
job?
lost her job. Yes, she
So if
definitely lose her job.
but if she should have, so if you're so just listen to what you're saying is if she should have lost her job going by the melting pot, we don't know the history of her and
I
where
don't
she
really care
came from.
about the history of her. You go by the words coming out of her mouth alone.
But no,
Because she
because
letting
the
you
N
know,
word
period,
comes
that
out of
she like a black
Cardi B
niggas
mouth.
because.
The N word comes out of
Okay, but I don't give
Cardi
a
B.
listen. Cardi got roach. You will use the roaches thing that Cardi may have said about because you feel like that's just about black people. Cardi been sleeping with a whole black niggas her whole life
We
because
all do.
she part black. To be honest, if you go back in history for real, when she say Afro Latino, you fucking see her real hair. That's Afro. Her
Okay.
real hair is Afro. I'm sorry.
So is it
You know
safe
what
to
I mean?
so is it safe to say like the beginning of what we said before? We the reason why it's not taken so seriously is because we pick and choose who we have an issue with that uses it.
I
Because
really
and I'm only
believe.
saying that because and I'm only saying that because this girl from Puerto Rico, she also got
Okay.
kids with a black man. She
Okay.
also lived in the inner city. You understand?
Okay.
But on this storyline, they try to paint her as she's racist. We also have Erica Mena. We all know Erica Mena ain't racist, but the minute Erica Mena said Spice looked like a monkey, and Erica Mena uses the N word because she would cuss Rich Dollars everybody out. Now it became a big problem. So
Okay.
so this is why I'm saying it doesn't even matter what your descent is at this point, according to the Americas, because if you are liked, you can say it.
A certain way.
If
Like
you
I
are
grew up.
not liked, it's not accepted. And it's just too many to me. That's why I said earlier, maybe you joined in, that me, like when I was talking to Sonara, like I look around and on the internet and Earth is just ghetto because we have one girl getting the crap beat out of her and treated wrong for a storyline and to being on the show for being a melting potter, as you call it, for using the N-word, who is like Cardi B. She has kids with one black man, live in the city. She's from Puerto Rico. And then you have the other young girl who uses it, and she married to a Nigerian man. So it's just like, and then you got the
I
cop
don't know. Like I feel like stuff like that is
has
still to
gotten
your.
fired for it. So according to
It's
your
your
analogy,
discretion.
you need to be calling Chief Whitmore Diaz in the mayor Whitmore.
No, it's to your discretion. Because I'm sorry, like seriously,
No,
people
it's to
be
your
wanting to.
discretion.
Listen, no, I'm sorry. It's to your discretion because people want to be so close to white sometimes that they will cross any line. I don't care what race they is. Because you got to understand sometimes to be walking in a black person's shoes is a hard walk. No matter what other race you come from. And really we all brainwashed in a big way, like from a lot of these races. Because for real, who the hell wanna walk the hard walk? A lot of people don't want to. But that's why, like really
Okay.
who you
So
are
let's get
down
to
to
the
the
comment. Let's
core,
get to the comment.
it's
Okay.
more important. But I do know, like when you come from hood a lot, I come from a hood. I grew up in a hood.
She represents.
And
She
I
is the
do know
representative
no
of the
matter what race you
NAACP.
come from, no matter what race you come from in a hood, sometimes you use that language. I'm sorry.
Tremanda is the head of the Negro Fund.
Well, let me be the Negro fine because I'm coming through as the Negro. Okay. I'm
Okay, wait.
always
So
come through as
listen,
the Negro. I'm sorry.
I know you are. I love it. So listen. So Andre says,
And I love white people. I got some real white people that I freaking love down to the core. So I'm not saying every white people fit this description. You get what I'm saying? But I do
listen.
know.
Andre says it's never okay. The word was used to demeanor our ancestors. It's derived
Okay,
from a
they can
place of
say, but listen,
negativity. So
you
why
gotta.
use it?
Okay, ask Andre. Have he ever not lived in the state that he live in? Do he live in Maryland? First of all,
Okay. I wish
do
wait,
Andre
listen.
live in
I wish
Maryland?
Andre could call in and talk to you.
No, he could just
Okay,
write
so
it in the group. Write it on
Andre,
in there.
Andre,
Andre, you live in
Andre,
Maryland. Where
Tremanda
you
wants
from?
to know, do you live in Maryland?
Do
We're
you
gonna go.
live in the big MD? Do
She's y'all heard her. She asked you a question, Andre.
I'm coming. Listen, I'm coming tonight. I'm
Okay.
coming tonight. Are you from the big MD, Andre?
Okay, Andre, she wants to know. We're gonna see if Andre's there. And we're gonna go to another comment while Andre show up. The head of the NAACP is calling. Um,
I'm here. Look, the
CJ,
NAACP is
CJ
here.
said, right. CJ said, I feel both of y'all. And he said, I knew that voice sounded familiar. Hey, true man.
Hey, CJ.
Andre said it's not a state thing, Miss
No,
Ma'am.
it's listen. I get that, but this is the thing I'm gonna throw in there. Sometimes we may not understand where other people coming from because we don't live in their state. We did not grow up where they grew up. Some stuff you're not going to understand because it's not your story, it's not your truth. So why do you feel like you are understanding what they got going on? You're not going to always understand things. I'm not from New York, but I know my kid's father from New York. That's a whole melting pot that I was never used to because I'm used to Maryland. I'm used to Maryland, and where I grew up, it was definitely separate because no white people lived where I grew up at. It was all black
Okay.
folks. White people was the bar.
He
They
said
owned the
yes.
bar.
So I guess he said yes. He's
Yes,
in
for what?
Maryland.
Okay, so we live separately. We live separately here. So that's already your story. You're not from somewhere else. And until you open your mind to what other people live, we not listen. This is why I threw the Middle East up in there. We are from Maryland. And you know what? We as black women living in the state of Maryland, we have space to express ourselves, the whole nine. You live in a whole different country. You don't have that. We not used to that. That is not our normalcy. You understand? So it's not something we can kind of get used
You
to. We
said
was born.
slavery was our story.
Okay, slavery was a lot of people's story. And I'm not ever taking away from slavery. Don't get me wrong. Slavery was from down south all the way up to north. Don't get me wrong. But we are not some big ass melting pot like the space of New York was, where you have Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and you got to understand that just like we were supposed to be stolen from Africa, places like the Dominican and all of those places was the first place that African slaves were stopped before they even got here to the United States. They
Oh,
stopped
they
there
said
first.
he said it don't matter. Racism is worldwide, not state by state.
Okay, so what are you saying? What are you saying?
I guess he's
What are you
saying,
saying? Because it's
well, I don't think
fucking
what you
people
saying,
of
huh?
mixture. It's people of mixture of Dominican and
The
black. It's people of
if you
mixture
got some,
everywhere. So what do you say about the people who have mixture? Because they are both. And if they speak in one part because that's what they used to, what are you fucking saying to them? If they fucking got a Dominican mom and a black dad or something, and they used to their black dad family more than the Dominican, what are you saying to them? What are you saying?
CJ said New Orleans is heavily mixed like that too. Okay, so he said I need to call in. Okay, well
Please call us, CJ.
let me push
Please.
you. Let me send you the link to in your inbox so y'all can have
Because I'm
full.
not going to act like everybody just go by the rules. That's some fake shit to me. Sorry.
So while I send him the chat so he can give us a call in as well, so we won't get too far off the topic. That well, I guess we right on topic because my thing is I think we have selective outrage.
We
We
gonna
pick
always have selective outrage to
we
certain
pick and
stuff
choose
anyway.
we can pick and choose who
We
use
are.
it. But if
We gonna
listening to
have
what you're
selective
but
outrage
if
anyway.
listening to what
We are.
but listening to what you said sounds like they shouldn't have fired the Puerto Rican girl.
No, her ass should have been fired because when you could say, listen, I'm sorry, when you
Yeah,
could
she should
fucking
have been
say
fired.
that you will fire somebody just because of their race, you have a problem. You have
Well,
a
she right up
problem. If
grew up
I'm
in
gonna
that
knock
part
up
of
the next
something.
person because they a
I
nigga,
sent you the link
no
to your I
sir,
sent you the link to your
you
inbox
got a
on here.
problem. You have a problem. You do.
Okay, so is it fair to say that we have selective outrage?
I mean that I do feel like that exists. I do feel like that exists. I'm sorry to say, but I'm sorry when you take an oath to certain things as your occupation, then you're gonna have to take that shit off your heart. And if you can't, that's not your occupation. Sorry to say. We're not gonna lock up no white, black, fucking Puerto Rican, Chinese, Asian, whatever, Hispanic, because I feel a certain way. If I could feel a certain way because I have racism in my heart, then I don't fucking need this job. I don't. if I could point out particular things and say, I'm gonna lock up any nigga, any like Asian, any like if I'm saying something like crazy out the side of my neck, that's crazy to me. Why am I doing that? I don't need
Yeah.
that job. If you breaking the law, I don't give a shit what race you coming from. That's something different. But if I'm doing this particularly because you are this, that's a problem. And it definitely need you to go back and really research that shit, because why am I up here hollering the next nigga that walk up in here, they going to fucking jail? That's crazy. Why
Well,
am I
wait a minute,
hollering the
guys.
next white person or the next, like Asian person or the next Hispanic person is going to jail? That is crazy. Now the next fucking criminal, that's something different, right? If you breaking the fucking law, you a criminal. I don't give a fuck what color you coming in. Damn it, you going to jail. That's one thing.
Sorry. Wait
But
a
if
minute,
you
you guys.
pointing out
So
something
wait a minute, you
specific,
guys.
that's an issue.
I know this is so I have an emergency. So I'm gonna have to cut the show short. I'm having an emergency.
All right, Ron. Okay. Okay.
And we will definitely pick up where we left off. And it was getting so good.
Woo.
Oh god. And I will see you guys next week. I'm so sorry, but I have to go.
Next week. What?
Yes. Oh, we can finish it up in maybe a day or so, but I have to go. Sorry, guys. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in.